teenage MS-13 gang member pleads guilty to quadruple murder. An MS-13 gangster pleaded guilty Monday to murdering 4 rival gang members on Long Island last year. Josue Sparky Portillo, 17, admitted being part of a plot to ambush the 18th Street gang in an isolated park on April 11, 2017. 2 female MS-13 gang members lured the 5 rival gang members to the woods where Portillo and others massacred them in a horrific frenzy of violence. One victim managed to escape and is now a government witness, but Justin Lavacura, Michael Lopez Banegas, Jorge Tiger and Jefferson Villalobos were hacked to death with a combination of machetes, knives, sticks and an axe. On Monday, Portillo, who was just 15 at the time of the murders, appeared in court dressed in a green and white striped prison uniform. He showed little emotion as he pleaded guilty to 4 counts of racketeering murder and 1 count of conspiracy to commit racketeering in federal court. But he did say sorry for his role in the quadruple murder. "I apologize to the family of the victims. Knowing my apology will not be accepted," he said, according to the New York Post. Portillo, who was in the country illegally from El Salvador, was immigration custody in Virginia when he was charged with murder. He was initially charged as a juvenile on July 10 but the case was transferred to the FBI's Long Island Gang Task Force and the government filed a motion to transfer Portillo to adult status for prosecution. Josue Portillo's guilty plea today marks a milestone in the investigation of MS-13's brutal murders of 4 young men lured to their violent deaths in a park on Long Island, U.S. Attorney Richard Donahue said in a statement. "We hope the victims' families can find some measure of solace in knowing that the perpetrators of these murders are now being held responsible for their crimes." FBI Assistant Director in charge Sweeney added, "Whether young or old, the savagery of MS-13 gang members remains the same. Portillo and other members of MS-13 brutally beat and killed 4 young men, leaving them in an isolated wooden area." Portillo, also known as Curioso, faces a maximum sentence of life in prison and if and when he is released, he will be deported back to El Salvador. He is the first of the gang members to plead guilty over the incident. The government has been cracking down on MS-13 activity in the United States in recent years. Based in El Salvador and Honduras, the gang has thousands of members across the U.S. with numerous different branches, or cliques. MS-13 is the largest and most violent street gang on Long Island and hundreds of members have been convicted of federal racketeering charges for participating in murders, attempted murders and assaults since 2003. Earlier this year, family members of the victims joined President Trump at a press conference to demand tougher immigration laws.